This channel is for people who are self-aware, capable, resourceful, and quietly exhausted. People who are usually the ones holding everything together. The ones people go and lean on. The ones who adapt to systems that don't support them. If that's you, you probably learned to survive in environments and systems that take more than what they give. And over time, even growth starts to feel heavy. Not because you don't care about your life, but because you've been carrying so much alone. This channel exists because high functioning people are typically the most under supported. I created this space for people who are done pouring into draining situations, systems, people, and expectations, and who are finally ready to start building the life that they desire. One thing you'll notice about high functioning people like us is that we often don't get a lot of support because we look fine on the outside. Because we're supporting everybody else, all the other systems, other people's dreams and desires. And so we look fine on the outside. So we're like, oh, they, especially high achievers. When people like see that you have outside success, they often don't care about supporting you. And that's why high functioning people, driven people, capable people, self-aware people like us don't often get support. The support typically goes to people who aren't as driven or as motivated, or looks like on the outside that they need more help. So I care about actual repair and building, not just productivity, not just motivation. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm not here to help you be productive. This is a space for people who want to build their dream lives from the inside out, who are done being stuck, who are done giving into systems that don't give back to them, who are done moving mountains for other people, but never move mountains for themselves. So my work is really about creating systems, processes, internal operating procedures and systems so that you can start cleaning up, repairing, and building your dream life so that you can save time, have more energy, have more joy. If you're anything like me, so you can get to those first class flights, so that you, so that you could travel where you want to, so that you can have money in the bank account, money in your bank account, all the good things. Have more time for your family if that's something that you want to have, just a better life overall, but to really get back time, energy, joy, capacity, just to feel alive. And so my work is about building systems that support the people who've been doing the supporting. So all the people who had to be the ones carrying all the weight, my work is designed to help you build your own systems and structure so that things can start to be on autopilot. Effort could start to feel second nature. If you've seen the previous videos in this playlist, that has came up a few times, turning effort into second nature. So why this channel exists? This channel isn't here to push you at becoming more efficient at surviving. is here to support you in building a life that feels resourced, abundant, and sustainable. High functioning people are often the strong ones, the reliable ones, the adaptable ones. So this looks like overgiving, self-regulating in dysfunctional systems, creating habits that are draining. You don't need to become better at functioning inside of systems that exhaust you. You need systems that actually support your nervous system, your long-term vision, and your capacity. My framework, the habit architecture. So why the habit architecture? So habit architecture is really life architecture. Because habits are the first visible layer in life. It's something that we easily have control over. We can decide the process, when it gets done, how it gets done. This is something that we often have full control over. And so that is the best place to start, which is why the habit architecture playlist was one of the first, is the first that I'm putting out. Because it is the first layer. And as I create more content, it's going to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. So we're going to start off like an onion, and habits are that first layer. And as I go down and deeper into my content in the future, you'll start to see that depth. But I wanted to have this playlist out first. Even if you're seeing this in the future and I already have a million and two things out at this point. I planned for this to be my entry level playlist for you to get a taste of the work that I do and to see if you like this or not, if what I do works for you, and it's adding benefit to your life. So the habit architecture guide is in the description along with the playlist if this is the first video that you're seeing. So if this is the first video that you're seeing, I do have the habit architecture playlist down in the description and the guide. It will make more sense, all the things that I'm mentioning. So underneath habits are systems, environment, emotional loads, nervous system patterns. So effort becomes second nature when your life stops fighting you and treating you like a rag doll. Because there's some people where they say that life is just treating them like a rag doll, that it's not letting them go. And so this is to help you get a start and finally have a breakthrough. And so the habit architecture is to show you how to build a good habit. What are the phases? What are the processes? How does it go? What is the bigger overall picture from goal to system to process to habit, routine, environment, materials? What does that all look like in the grand scheme of things? Right? So you have the full architecture and guide for that. So that way you just stop going through life wondering why you keep getting stuck with habits, why you keep repeating patterns, why this one habit is just so difficult. Why systems replace willpower? Willpower is, and I want you to listen to me very closely, because we have this problem. Willpower is what people rely on when they don't feel supported. Let that one sink in. Willpower is what people use when they don't feel supported. And high functioning people, we often are really good at just pushing through, getting through it, grinding it out. hustling it out, thugging it out. But pushing through eventually leads to burnout. And we'll eventually get burnt out of the habits we created and the life we created. And a lot of people don't like to hear that one because they like to say, oh, I got burnt out from this, I got burnt out from that. But you're creating the structure and the architecture for your life. And so when we keep pushing it through, it ends up draining joy, draining capacity, draining time and energy. This work is about building a life that finally returns the energy that you've been putting out there, so that you can finally start to reap the benefits of the seeds you have sowed. Who is this space for? This space is for people who are ready to stop surviving and are ready to start building a life that nourishes. These are, if this is you, often resourceful. I've mentioned it a few times. High functioning. You're going to hear that a lot. High functioning. Resourceful. Capable. Self-aware. Driven. You're often a high achiever too, due to all of these other characteristics that I've just named. So if you're any of those things, this space is for you. This space is for you to help you to start building your dream life and to stop leaking energy. So if you're looking for hacks to push through the system, this probably isn't the space for you. This isn't the space for a bunch of hacks. This isn't the space for a bunch of motivation. This isn't the space for a bunch of hand-holding. This space is meant to help you build your dream life. Instead of you repeating patterns and cycles over and over again, you can finally go and catch those first-class flights. Would you rather keep repeating cycles or catching first-class flights? Okay. I think most of us are picking the first-class flights. But you have some people who want to keep repeating cycles. We all know those people who keep doing the same thing over and over again. That's not working. But this is a space for people who are self-aware, who are ready to repair and build. Heavy on the build. So why does this guide exist? And why does this playlist exist too? More so on the guide. I'm going to talk more about the guide, but it also includes the purpose of the playlist as well. I made the habit architecture guide for people who want to redesign their habits so that they can start reaping the rewards of them. We don't want habits that are draining us. We want habits that are pouring into our lives. And so this guide is meant to help you by not forcing you to do something, putting force and a bunch of effort, but turning those habits into second nature. So we're shifting gears from doing, pushing, headbutting our way through everything, willpowering through everything, grinding through everything. This is about shifting that effort into second nature. And so this guide helps you to do that and helps you to take a habit from the goal level, system, the process, the environment's tools. It is something for you to explore at your own pace whenever you're ready to redesign a habit or start a new one. And let's say you want to start off one. So this guide is meant for you to have in your back pocket as a self-led tool for you to use whenever you want to redesign a habit or maybe start a new one. I also have one-on-one calm clarity sessions. We are often having to do things alone, figure things out alone, go the long way. And so I have these one-on-one sessions available. If you would like for someone to be there with you who will look at it from an outside point of view. Gotta remember, I'm not your family who wants you to think a certain way. Sometimes, family wants you to do one thing. I'm not someone who's gonna talk you out of doing something. I'm not someone who's gonna pump you with a bunch of BS and talk you into doing something. I am here to neutrally support you and to do things through a logical standpoint. And so you'll see the name of this channel has the acronym C.A.L.M in it. And C.A.L.M, it will stand for a few different things within the business, within my business, the C.A.L.M ecosystem. But just for simplicity, it's cause, analyze, leverage, movement. And so with the one-on-one sessions, you'll bring one problem or issue, and I'll help you break it down, see where the blind spots are, help you with personalizing systems that are tailored to your life. Sometimes we know some general info, but we don't really know how to personalize it to us. Sometimes we can't see our own blind spots, and help you identify where are the bottlenecks in life. Where are you leaking energy? Where are you leaking resources and time and money? And so if you're interested in not having to figure something out all by yourself and alone, I do offer one-on-one clarity sessions for both individuals and small businesses, because I know many of you are very driven. You have businesses. You're doing the thing. And so my background is in process improvement, project management, procurement, business admin, business administration. So you'll see a lot of that come into play when it comes to my content and my business and the work that I do. It comes heavily from that lens of combining process improvement and business models and merging them with emotional intelligence. So that's like the main underlining of what I do. And so this is for people who have been strong for a long time and want to have a one-on-one session to feel supported and to actually get help at the root cause of the issue. Because we know those nice videos that makes us feel warm inside, but then we don't have the root cause of what's actually causing dysfunction in our lives. So if you want to get to the root of the problem, I have the links for that also below. But I also want to give you guys that option as well in case you want to deep dive more and actually fast track and stop moving at snail pace and stop inching around like a caterpillar and finally become a butterfly and just start moving through life more quickly and get more abundant things. You deserve to experience the returns on the energy you're putting out. So if you've been the one holding everything together, this space is to help you build systems that actually holds you. If you've been the one who's been holding everything together, this is the space that helps you build something that actually holds you. So all the links are in the description for the habit architecture guide, the playlist as well, and the one-on-one clarity sessions if you're interested in that too. And I will see you guys in the next playlist.